queen and pawn versus a queen and pawn, and it looks like I have to take, so I'm not even going to worry about that all too much. I don't think queen e4 can really be considered. That move doesn't really make a lot of sense. Take here, and then after king takes, I think you take opposition. I think that's really the key here. So here, 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 and then, I mean, what is the idea here? Like, what am I not understanding about this position? This just looks like a very straightforward king and pawn endgame. Okay, so this is a pretty straightforward puzzle if you know about opposition. So this is actually very instructive for king and pawn endgames. I have absolutely no idea how that puzzle is 3180. The first move is obvious. You got to take. I mean, playing queen to e4 doesn't really make a lot of sense. If you move the king, he takes your queen. So queen takes queen here, and then I guess maybe a lot of people played king to d4. Look at that. So if king d4, actually king to d6 is actually also losing, even if you take the opposition as black, because here king c4, king c6, white has this key move c3, and then after the king moves, then you can move accordingly. If it goes to b6, you go to d5. If it goes to d6, you go to b5. And now white has opposition now since the kings are heads up right now, and it is white's move. So back in this position, if king to d4 was played, if king to d6 played, that loses because of that c3 move at the end. But there's a key move here, which is pawn to b3 for white. And this kind of eliminates this extra tempo that white can use later. And after c takes b3, king to d6, king to c4, king c6. If king b4, black just has the opposition here. There's not really anything that white can do. And if pawn to b4, we can continue as normal here. So king to c7, b6, here, 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 here. King to c8, here, here. And this would lead to a draw. So that critical move, pawn to b3, in the line with king to d4 is the key. So after king takes e6, king to e4, this pawn to b3 move does not work because at the end of that, white still has the opposition. Versus if king to d4 is played in this position, black has the opposition, and white does not have that extra tempo that you can see in this position, where if king d6 is played, king c4, king c6, king takes b4, king b6, king c4, king c6, white has this one free move. So this would actually be winning. But very instructive king and pawn endgame. And I thought this was a cool one, even though I don't think it should be a 3180 rated puzzle. It's very instructive and important to know for your own games. So that's going to be all, and hopefully you found this instructive.